Genders of the Railroad, Part 20. Alexia is just like the others. The trains on Sodor had been really useful every day by doing passenger, freight, and gender service. They were all being really helpful and useful. The cab cars were located in the rear of the train while they were going inbound to Knapford. That was a really important job. One day, Mr. Cakester had a warning for the engines. He walked over. The ice over the tracks in Killabin is frozen over the line, he said. So you must all avoid that at all times. Alexia's new, sir, said Becky. I've never met her yet. I'm working with her today, said Rico. That's right, said Mr. Cakester. Alexia, Nolan, Sasha, Ashley, and you are all going to work together. Of course we will, said Nolan. We'll be ready to go, said Ashley. And they steamed out of the sheds. Alexia was excited to start her day. Here we go, said Ashley to Rico. A few minutes later, the engines were in the yard when some troublesome trucks were parked. We have to get ready, laughed the troublesome trucks. That's right, said Delphine. I have a star puppet, and you should all wave. Hello, star puppet, laughed the trucks. Now we're going to sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Ready? And they did. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. And the troublesome trucks cheered, and Conroy steamed over. I like the Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star song, said Conroy. I know Thomas the Tank Engine. Do you, said Alexia? That's cool. I like it too. If they sang Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star on Thomas, wouldn't that be silly? That would be silly, chuckled Alexia. And they steamed out of the yard. Here we go, said Alexia, Sasha, Nolan, Ashley, and Reiko. Goods train coming through. I like facing ahead, said Alexia. It's good for me. I like facing backwards, puffed Nolan. Before long, an intercity train whooshed by with both engines on either end. It was really special. Further up down the line, the grade crossing gates went down for the traffic to wait, and the big woman train steamed over the crossing. Here we go, laughed the engines. They were being really useful. Alexia was feeling pleased with herself. Then there was trouble. A semi-truck full of fish was stuck on the line. We should stop and make sure everything's not on the line. That's a good idea, Ashley, said Reiko. It is, said Sasha. The driver and the woman got out of their truck, and Alexia was fast approaching. Goods train coming through, she said, and they steamed over the bridge. The truck driver and woman were out. And we should stop! Cried Nolan. We should stop! Cried Alexia. Brakes, please! Alexia's driver threw on the emergency brakes hard, but they were too late. Oh no! They cried. We're going off the line! And they skidded through the cornfield, pushing over all the corn and bananas. And at last, everything came to a stop. When the crash stopped, everything became peaceful. Luckily, no one was hurt, but the freight cars had tipped over, and it was a mess. Alexia had turned on her side, and Ashley was upside down. I'm sure we'll rescue these engines soon, said Becky. We will rescue them, said Dwee, and they pulled with all their might. And they heaved and huffed, and slowly the train began to move back onto the tracks again. And at last, they were all safe. Alexia was re-railed and really proud. Thank you, Becky, called Alexia. She was proud. Good job. Before long, the whole train was back on the line, and Alexia steamed off to her destination. The little blue car was waiting for the train to go by. It's good to be useful, said Becky. It is useful, said Dwee. I like helping engines when they're in trouble, said Sam. I agree too, said Lauren. After the train was on the other side, the cars went over the crossing after the gates were off. Alexia was really pleased with herself, and she had only one thing to hope to the other engines. Next time I have a derailment, I'll call for help and be right with you. And even though Alexia had the crash, it's only best to keep moving with what you have to deliver every day. Hey, but I hope you can all like part 21 and 22, because 22 is the last part. To be continued.